like what was the rat?
Splinter.
Splinter. Yeah.
Splinter. Don't you mess
You
with
got
me
the
and my
Splinter
don't mess
beard
with
going.
don't mess with me and my Ninja Turtles. I got kids. I know all the characters. There's Shredder, Splinter, Leo. We got them all.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like the actual movie. So
Yeah. All right. We are live on the YouTube. Hello,
all
everybody. Good
right.
morning.
Morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning show, The Fan's Perspective. I'm Tyson.
I'm Josh, and I'll call you right now, Tyson, to start the podcast, buddy.
Sounds good. We're rocking and rolling. So as soon as you hit it, we'll just be on it. So no big deal. Not a lot of action in sports last night, man.
No, there was really nothing, but that's okay. We're gonna make our picks today in case something pops up tomorrow.
All right. Well, we can definitely do that. So we are hooked up and rocking here. So
Woo! Right on.
Breaking news in case you missed the show last night or whatever, but breaking news late last night, the Rough Riders hired their coach, and it's not who we thought it was going to be.
No, it's not. It really isn't. It's everybody said you can't lose with whomever you pick there. Then I hope they're right, but I think they're wrong. I wanted Buck Pierce. The Riders have never gone offensive with a coach, and I just thought it was time to make that change, and they didn't. So we'll see. It always seems in Riderville, same old to me. I no slight to Corey Mace, but it'll be a wait and see thing. We will wait and see.
Yeah, and I'm on the same page with you there. I really thought they had an opportunity with Buck Pierce. I've heard some rumors that he possibly turned it down because of lack of control. And we knew that could be a problem with Jeremy O'Day there yet if someone wanted control. And I think Milanovic opted out because of that.
Yeah.
And probably Buck Pierce did want some player personnel control. Why wouldn't you? You're the head coach.
I would think so too. And that's the thing that sucks about the Riders is it's like the brass always wants to control everything. It's like a Jerry Jones situation. I hate it.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And, I get it. Yeah, your GM should have a lot of power for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But the coach has to have some say too. Like,
there has to. You can't just be handed a hand and then have to play cards with it. He's got to be able to have some pull somewhere in regards to what his hand's going to look like. And then I don't know if the Riders are the team to give that to the coach.
Yeah. And I also don't like the scenario like in Calgary where Dave Dickinson is both because I think it's too much.
I mean, that happened to Chris Jones. It was just so much. It's too much. They need to split that up, but they both should have a say in both. I think it should be kind of like a team effort.
I agree. And I don't like, you have a bad game or you're an idiot in practice and your head coach goes and trades you.
Yeah. Bye-bye. So true. No, I think my internet is shittier than ever. I'm not sure why, but we'll see if we can get Tyson back.
Hopefully it clears up, but there we go. We got you, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, welcome to Saskatchewan. Thank you, SaskTel. I think Elon Musk, once my contract is over, I will be a customer. I got 14 months left on a contract, and then Starlink will be on my roof.
I actually, Starlink is a good thing. But let's get to a little picks here, and I'll be clicking them as we go, and we'll pick our 8 games again. But you go ahead and fire away. What game do you want first? Do you want me to read them for you?
Read them. I don't want to access the internet and screw this up on my phone. So
okay,
you read them and we'll go from there.
Okay, so probably won't get to today's Thursday game because it's I don't think I'll get to town today. So we'll leave Thursday night out. But tonight's game is Seattle and Dallas.
Okay.
And it should be a no-brainer. Dallas should win that, I would think.
Should be, yeah.
Just for shits and giggles, I would say Dallas win. But anyway, starting on Sunday, Atlanta Falcons at New York Jets. Arizona at Pittsburgh. And I'm not even going to read the lines on it. We're just going to pick with our brains this time.
Yeah.
Detroit at New Orleans.
It's got to be Detroit. They need the win bad.
Well, they've looked shitty the last
They've
couple
looked
weeks.
so shitty.
Probably one of the games of the weeks. Denver at Houston.
Yep.
India, Tennessee. Lots of snoozer games this week.
Oh,
LA at New England. Miami at Washington. Carolina at Tampa Bay. Carolina, new coach or interim, whatever you want to call it. San Francisco at Philly, probably one of the games of the week, I would say.
oh yeah, that is the game of the week.
Yeah. Cleveland at LA Rams. Kansas City at Green Bay. There we go. We're done. Your team must. Oh, hang on. No, here we go.
Yeah, we're on the bye.
Yeah. Cincinnati at Jacksonville.
Okay.
So what sticks out to you? What are you thinking there, partner?
Oh God. There's really only 4 games that I think, and then one, like you said, Detroit looks like shit, but I think they'll turn around. I like Dan Campbell. I think he'll light a fire. But really, out of all the games, the 4 that stand out to me is Detroit winning, Miami winning, Kansas City winning, and the Jags winning.
Okay, so Detroit, Miami. Just bear with me for a minute.
Absolutely.
Got to find them all. Of course, I was going the wrong way. Why would I go the right way? Detroit, Miami. Who else did you say?
Kansas City and Jacksonville were kind of my locks.
Yeah, I agree with all those. Jacksonville over Cincinnati. Okay, so let me enter in here our $10 bet because we want to go 10. Okay, we're this is getting big here now, very big. So far, we're up to $56 in those 4 picks.
Yeah, that makes sense. That about makes sense. Yeah.
Cleveland and LA. Gosh, Cleveland's down to their 3rd string quarterback. That's a tough one.
And it's LA. Which LA team?
Rams.
Let's go Rams. Cooper Kupp practice yesterday. So that's a big help for them.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Cleveland line, just looking at the lines. Well, we can go with the Rams anyways, but Cleveland as a visitor, 3.35 on the line.
And Myles Garrett has a good shot to play.
We'll come back to that one. I'm thinking.
Okay, we'll leave that. Put a question mark.
We can't bet 49ers Eagles, of course, but the numbers on that: San Francisco 2.0, Philly 3.0.
So they're favoring San Francisco.
Pardon me?
That means they're favoring San Francisco. That's crazy. They're favoring San Francisco against a team that's 10-1. I don't understand it.
And San Francisco is the visitors.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Carolina at Tampa. That's a did you hear anything about Baker? Is he going to play or is he done?
I haven't heard. I mean, if he plays, they're a much better team. Carolina is dog shit, but
yeah, I know. And will they get the coaches bump though? Does that happen in football? A coaches bump?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're due to win another one though. That's one of those things too, right?
Well, okay, let's go this one. LA Chargers is going to beat the Patriots, not?
They got to win one game. The Chargers can't lose them all. They've been in so many games and just can't close it out. And you got to think against the Patriots has to be the night.
Okay, well, we're picking the Chargers right now.
Let's go. Let's go, Herbie. Come on.
And let's carry on here. Indianapolis at Tennessee. Ooh,
I would have to say the Colts.
Yeah, the Colts are pretty good, right?
Yeah, like the Titans are terrible. Of course, this will be the week they win because we're probably looking at them. But
okay, well, let's go Colts. Denver at Houston, very tough game.
Oh,
Denver,
that is a tough.
Gosh, is Denver?
What is the line? What's the line on that? Let's take the underdog on that one. Let's roll with it.
Well, I guess we're going Denver. So Denver 3.35.
Yeah, let's take it. I mean, they've been winning. Houston's on a little bit of a downturn.
Yeah, Houston's only 1.8. So, hey.
They're heavily favored. Let's go against them.
All right. And then we got, the Steelers have to beat Arizona, not?
You would think so. I mean, I know Kyler Murray's back and everything, but Steelers defense is absolutely phenomenal. But they seem to screw me one way or the other every time I have to deal with them. So I don't know what to tell you there.
I wanna see how many we got picked. We got 1, 2,
I
3,
think 7.
5, 6. We got 7 picked, so we got one more, I think. So we can go Arizona at Steelers, Atlanta at the Jets. That's a tough game too. Like they're
Yeah, I would think Atlanta's a much better team there. They've been playing a little bit better lately. They won last week.
You feel more comfortable going Atlanta Jets instead of Arizona Pittsburgh?
Oh God, I just know that Pittsburgh screws me one way or the other every time. I don't know if I'm more comfortable or not. Those are both absolute shit hot picks. What would be the best odds to win more money? Because last week it was all about us just taking the favorites. Who's an underdog in that one?
We didn't pick the Cleveland or LA game yet either. So we got one to pick. Cleveland, LA, Carolina, Tampa.
You make this one then. You make it and we live with it. Let's go.
Oh no, we'll give it some good old debate. We used to have high school debates, so let's give it a good old debate because really nothing happened in sports last night. So
nothing. There was 3 bad hockey games and some basketball. And I don't chat basketball because I don't know nothing about basketball.
Basketball's kind of a snoozer, but Arizona at Pittsburgh, Atlanta at the Jets, and of course tonight we won't pick that one. But Seattle 5.75 against Dallas, but I don't think Seattle's got a sniff.
Yeah, that would be a great pickup, but I don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so. Geez, very tough. Like these games ain't easy. I think the safest bet is Pittsburgh myself. Like they're in the playoffs. They have to have that game against Arizona, you would think.
Yeah, they do have to have it. I hope they don't have it, but they have to have it.
I know Pittsburgh burnt you. Cleveland Browns is another team. I wonder, will Joe Flacco start this week?
They're talking about it. The man on checkdowns, the king of the checkdown might be starting.
Okay, we're taking Cleveland. Cleveland at the Rams because of the odds of the 3.35.
Okay, let's go with Cleveland. We're living with it.
Yeah, and here we go. I'll tell you the odds. Ooh, that's crazy. Because with that one pick with Cleveland, that has put us at a potential prize of $2,336.90.
All right, let's roll.
Generate code.
I like it.
All right.
The picks are in. Detroit over the Saints. Miami over the Washington Football Club Commanders, whatever the hell you want to call those guys. Kansas City Chiefs over the Packers. The Jacksonville Jaguars over the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cleveland Browns over LA. The Chargers over the Pats. And the Colts over Indy. And Broncos over the Texans.
There we go, man. We are golden. We are printing it off, and we will get a ticket a little later on probably tomorrow, actually.
Right on.
And we'll be
and if you can't get her, let me know. If you can't get her, let me know, and I can see if ours is open.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll be thousandaires by Monday morning.
Yeah, we win 6 weeks in a row. We should get back for all the money we've spent off thinking we were going to win the last 2. So here's to that.
Oh, cheers to that, man.
Oh man, yeah. Last night, you talk about snoozers. What a night last night for sports. God, I wish they would, and then there's a hockey night where there's like 18 games on, and it's like, that's the shittiest scheduling ever. How's a grown-ass man that likes to put his kids to bed at 8 supposed to have something to do after 8 if you only got 3 good nights of hockey going on? Come on.
Well, and there wasn't even wrestling on. Like, at least there could have been SmackDown or Raw on or something.
Nothing. There was nothing.
No, I know.
Thank God we did the Jared Parsons interview, which go check it out if you haven't.
Yes.
Great chat with that kid. Good luck next week at the NFR. Thank God we did that. I don't know what I watched last night. I caught SpongeBob. I don't know what was on.
SpongeBob doing Sports Select picks for the week.
That would have been more entertaining than what was on the TV.
Oh, well, WHL action. The Broncos did win 5-3 last night. So that was,
hang on.
Was probably the best hockey game going on last night, period.
I guaranteed it was. It would have been a great game. It was 3-2 going into the third. Shots were even. That would have been a good game.
Yeah, so I'm guessing probably 4-3 and an empty netter. That's what
Yeah,
my prediction is.
most likely. Yeah.
Yeah, but and other than the Ryder news breaking late last night, nothing. Like,
No, Curry Perry apparently slept in his own bed last night. There was no news on that. So yeah, it was a pretty quiet night.
I just Googled that this morning, just for the hell of it. And there's still stories breaking left, right, and center on
Oh,
that. And
I know. And what do you believe at this point? It's like either show footage of what really happened, give us the dirty details, and that won't happen. It's
oh, that's too bad. Those details would be awesome.
I wouldn't mind those details. It's the NHL is an old boys club. It's a very wealthy club. It's not like the NFL where they don't care. They'll throw these kids out, show pictures of them doing what they were doing and whatnot. The NHL is too much money, too much old boys club. They hide everything. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's brutal actually. And even if Mrs. Bedard wanted to come out and clear the air, she probably could not.
No, who would believe her if she was the one? You know what I mean? It can't be her. Like if this isn't true, I feel terrible for her too. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, but you know what? Unfortunately, that is the celebrity lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
You're in the Joe Public's eyes now, and I don't care what anyone says. Where there's smoke, there's fire, baby, and there is some truth to that story, regardless.
There's a smoking gun somewhere.
Yeah, and I mean, to just absolutely, they gotta be, because there's a grievance that can be filed within 60 days. They have to be certain when they put him on the waivers and got rid of his contract that
Bunted him, yeah.
Yeah, that they're not going to be in any trouble over this or have to pay a grievance or whatever. I guess what is money to an NHL team?
Yeah, but I think you're right. But yeah, on both sides there. Yeah, what is money? But they know what happened. I mean, they definitely know fully what happened. They just won't say it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I decided one thing. I slept on it last night, and I decided this morning I'm going to get Mark Cuban to become my financial advisor.
Me too. He can handle all my assets.
Yeah. And it won't take a very big calculator for me, but the man, he just falls into money. He buys the Dallas Mavericks for 200 and some million. Can't remember the exact.
283. I think it was 283.
He sells only 57% of the Dallas Mavericks. He still has the voting share, even though he's not the majority owner.
Yep.
For $3.25 billion.
So he's still the owner, basically, and he just 3.2 billion rich. I guess 2.9 billion richer if you take off his initial investment. Plus, he's made money year over year off of it.
And he probably still will.
That's insane. That's wild.
Yeah, and you said he's got a major announcement coming today.
Yeah, I'd have no idea what it is. I know he left Shark Tank, but he said there's a big announcement. So I don't know. It might be political, or it might be he bought into something else really big. I have no idea.
Well, I did email him last night, so maybe that's it. He's taking on a small Saskatchewan farmer as an investment challenge because
I have invested in Prairie Harvest Farms.
Yeah, and that would be a real challenge, I'm telling you. If he can make me, anywhere near that, I'd be more than happy.
If anyone can make it rain, it's probably Mark Cuban.
I'm sure he's got a rain machine if we really look into it.
He can afford one. If he doesn't have one, he can build one.
Can you imagine? I can't even fathom that number. And that's just what he got for the Mavericks. That man has investments everywhere and into everything. Even on Shark Tank, like, I don't know if you watch the show or not, but if you used to
watch it a lot.
Yeah, I don't mind it when nothing else is on, like last night. Yep. But I wonder, like, so them guys every show are investing. Obviously, they got tons of money just to throw around, and that's how you make money when you got money just to throw away.
If you have liquid cash available, that is how you can make money. Most of us do not have liquid cash available. That's the difference. Yeah. It's not that they're any smarter or anything. And everyone says, well, they just took risks you didn't. No, they had capital to take the risk. Like investing in the Dallas Mavericks when he did for $283 million. I would never be able to get that capital.
No, No,
So
we should start a fans group. We only need let's see here. If a team is 3 billion, so if we get together, I don't know, 300 million fans, we each put
there
in
we go.
$10 and we can own a team.
Well, there we go. That's not that bad. We'll put the link out there. See who wants to join up.
Hell, I'll even go to 100 and we can drop it down to 30 million fans.
Done. I'll put 102. We just got to find all of Canada.
Yeah. Well, shit,
Oh.
after our sports select on Sunday, I mean, we could maybe even knock that down to 29 million for Pete's
That's
sake.
true. We could put a bit more in the pot.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
that be cool if you could
Oh.
actually get a group of fans together like that? Put your money together and you could be an owner. That would be awesome.
It would be cool, but you mean you'd have to do it like 20 people, because if you did it as millions of people, not all of us could go to the games, you know. Now the owners, we can't fit all the owners in the stadium, so only one comes at a time.
That would be one crazy owner's box. I'm just saying.
It would be diverse, a lot of inclusion in that owner's box.
We could maybe we could buy the Chicago Blackhawks, and then we could find out the truth and make it public.
Now you're on to some. I just want to buy them just to get the dirty details of what happened in 2010 and what happened with Corey Perry.
And we'll interview live on the podcast Mrs. Bedard, see what actually happened.
Come on the show. Tell us what happened. We're good. We'll
break it. We'll break it.
We won't hurt your feelings. You can talk as much as you want, and we'll just go, Sure. We believe you 100%.
Yeah, and then we could get the rebuttal from Corey Perry like a week later.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Give him time to prepare, you know. Then Gary, he can read Gary's statement of why he can't talk, and
I like it.
That would be a great show.
And we'll get Bedard on there and say, "How you doing, little buddy?" And we'll see how it goes.
And his sister, perhaps, because he does have a sister. So
He definitely has a sister. I saw pictures. There is a sister.
I did not realize this, but when he was in Regina, his mom had moved to Regina to stay with him. Like he wasn't just billeted out.
Oh, no way. No, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, she was in Regina. He lived with her. So
that's crazy. Good for them, man.
She was protecting the assets, baby.
Yeah, which I understand fully. Yeah, you ain't going out to party tonight because I'm here.
Or it's, yes, you're going out to a party tonight because I want to go party tonight. Yeah. Or you might be there.
I'm also coming. I'm coming to the party.
Yeah. And she is only 45, so she's got a little life left.
She's a young girl, man. She's only 8 years older than I am. That's a young woman.
Oh, you mean to say you're only like early late 30s, I guess, 38.
Yeah, man. Can't you tell? I look young. I feel young. I mean, it's
I don't. It's got to be something with my camera. I had you pegged at about 63, but
wow. I mean, it's morning. It's the morning. It's bad lighting. It's
I mean, that's probably that Splinter look you got going on there.
Yeah. Me and Master Splinter. Yeah. I'm more of a shredder.
What you got going on today?
Today is Thursday. What do we got? I've got something. Oh, we after work, I help run the goalie practice tonight in town.
Oh yeah.
For the U11 goaltender, and then as soon as that's over, we have our annual meeting at the office. So to go over goals and everything for next year, and just differences in the office and the industry. And so me, Dad, and Don will meet for about an hour and a half at the office and go over just some bookkeeping stuff, finances, all that stuff. So it shouldn't take long on the finance part, but the new changing of the guard and all that will take a little bit of while. Me and Donnie are now kind of owners, so there's lots of things we've never really known or done. Other than we do the day-to-day, but we got to learn lots of the behind the scenes accounting shit. So
just to ask you, like, is Cam the new Mark Cuban? Like, did he sell 57%?
Yeah.
But he's got voting share, and
basically, and Cam's a little rougher. he pretty much sold way more shares than that to us, and he's just the janitor. So he's like a much lesser version of Mark Cuban, the poor bastard, but we love him all the same.
So does he plan on taking Mark's role in Shark Tank?
Yeah, maybe that's what Cam's doing. He hasn't told us yet what he's doing, but I'm telling you, if he had the money, my dad's a pretty smart, savvy businessman. I would trust his decisions, but I don't think he's got the money. He'd be like, I'll give you $7,000 for 48%. And, that would be kind of the mark where Cam would be at. So,
well, we could start a whole new show like Poor Man Shark Tank.
No, we could call it the Goldfish Tank.
Goldfish Tank.
Yeah, because that's about the equivalent to the size of the shark.
Minnow.
The minnow tank. Yeah, you come to him with an idea that he can give you up to $900 for 50% of your company. Go for it.
You know what? That would be way better than Shark Tank if you'd have like what average people can relate to. Because who can relate to? Yeah, I'll take 20% equity in that business, and I'll give you 500,000. I guess.
I know the average guy cannot relate to it. It's great to see. It's great to watch, to hear the numbers, to see them. But you're right. Relate to it is a totally different thing.
Yeah, because most guys would be like, "Well, I got to phone my bank to get that approved." And,
yeah, I got to put my house on the line, 3/4 of land, my son's left testicle, and he's not going to school now. Hey, but yes, I'm in.
This is great. On the minnow tank, we could have Wayne Schneider at the other end, the loans guy.
You are not approved.
Yeah, or you are approved. We're letting that baby go.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. Cam in one corner, Wayne in the other. 3 7-year-olds pitching the newest hockey stick tape technology. No.
And Mrs. Bedard, the host of the show.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Think of the ratings. This is endless possibilities, man.
Yeah, the minnow tank. I like it. I'm in. I'll cook behind scenes. I'll feed everyone.
Oh, dumber things have prevailed, and
yeah, I know. Just wait, we might have created something.
Oh, we created something, all right.
Oh my God, we did.
This is what happens when there's no sporting events.
Talk about minnows and Shark Tank. We've lost our minds, guys. But yeah, tonight sports is much better. Your Oilers play tonight?
Yes, they do. They're in Winnipeg tonight. So
Winnipeg, and the Flames play. I don't know where.
I'm bringing her up right now.
Flames play tonight too.
God, the NHL website sucks.
Oh, it does.
Absolutely
it really does.
Brutal.
I've been
last night we'll go over some NHL scores. There were 3 games last night. Montreal 4, Columbus 2, New York Rangers 3, Detroit 2, and Washington over the LA Kings 2-1. Tonight,
that was an upset. That's an upset.
Yes, tonight in the Chell we have San Jose at Boston.
Oh my God, San Jose might lose 100-0.
They might. Chicago is in Detroit, and I wonder if Patrick Kane will play tonight. Possibly.
He was practicing yesterday. I hope he is. It's exciting for the league. I'd like to see him.
Florida's in Montreal, and New Jersey Devils are in Philadelphia. Pittsburgh is in Tampa to play the Lightning. Seattle is at Toronto. New York Islanders at Carolina. Minnesota at Nashville. What a schedule tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
Edmonton at Winnipeg, Colorado at Arizona, Dallas is in Calgary, Washington is in Anaheim, and Vegas is in Vancouver. Why could none of those teams played last night?
Man, that's what I'm getting at. There could have been 3 games pushed to last night. I just like this, and it's been like that since the start of the season. There was one game. Where's one day there was no games, and the day before had 16 on the schedule. And I was like, guys, this is ridiculous.
Well, the NFL, ESPN is pushing for them to try an NFL red zone. But I mean, how does that work? I guess you could go when the team is on a power play, possibly,
or is it just constantly rotating to after? The NFL goes in as soon as they've hit the red zone. Maybe the NHL goes as soon as there's a breaking play. Just breaking play. So it'd be seconds after instead of seconds before. But I think it would be a cool idea. But hot damn, that guy would be busy on a night like tonight.
Oh, yeah. I prefer myself. I've always said this. I would take a good football game every night. So I'd
Yes.
take a good schedule of 5, 6 games rolling every night instead of having them all congested into one night. And then,
Yeah, I agree. I love football so much. And if it's NFL, I'll watch any team, even the snoozers, because with
yeah.
fantasy football, it kind of gets you invested. And, NFL's done such a great job. Yeah, if they did a couple games a night, oh my goodness, every night would be glorious.
Oh, that would be. And I love the Saturday night when playoffs start.
Yes,
Like
me
even a
too.
Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon, Sunday night. That is great.
It is great, man. It is. I look forward to it. I mean, this year's gonna be rough with my kids' hockey. I'm probably gonna miss lots of it, but I've lived for that for years. That playoff time is best football. It's only good teams, and basically your Saturday's taken care of, your Sunday's taken care of. It's exciting. Oh man, I love football.
It is. And this is the first year, though, to me, anyways, that I'm kind of paying attention. And there's such shitty teams and shitty games
Well,
happening.
there's
Like,
been
I
so
don't,
many.
I don't remember 5 years ago that where there was so many terrible teams.
Tom Brady said, he said, I hate to say it, I don't want to sound like that guy because I'm gone, but this is the most mediocre quarterbacking I've ever seen. He said, even some of the stars from week to week, they're just not. And he said, maybe the defense has figured it out and the schemes are better and the defensive athletes are better. He's like, but then lift yourself up, you become better. If they can
Yeah.
adapt, you can adapt to them. And he's like, the quarterbacking, he's like back, and he said it when I played. He said, man, like the teams that were elite were always elite. They wouldn't just week to week get blown out and then come back and have a good game and that. He's like, no, no. If you lost, it was a heartbreak and tight, yada yada. He's like, it's so different now. And I was
It
like,
is.
I kind of agree.
Yeah, I agree. And one thing I can say maybe that has affected it a bit is there's been a lot of injuries to star quarterbacks, star players, and that does affect the games a little bit. But man, there's so many poor teams who don't have stars. Like,
Well, I think it all comes down to, like we always say, the money. They don't have the money to invest in the offensive line and the better receivers and the better running backs. It's all on the quarterback because they took all the money for a lot of
yeah,
teams. But right there, you
yeah,
got no one to catch.
exactly.
I mean, look at the Ravens for the past like 5 years when we had the worst receiving core in the league. All Lamar could do was run, and then they called him a runner. Well, that's because every time he threw, they dropped the damn ball. There wasn't a chance. It was just the worst receiving core of all time. Like, what do
Yeah,
you expect?
and
And
that's
now they
kind of
finally built some receivers around him, and he's throwing the ball. He's up there in stats, doing great that way. But
yeah.
it's just like it's a team effort. It all comes down to the whole team. And when one guy takes a lot of that money, the rest of the team has to suffer. You can't afford it.
No, exactly. And that's what's happened to Kansas City a little bit because Kelsey makes so much. And what's that defensive lineman, Jones?
Jones
And
and
their
Mahomes.
quarterback and Mahomes, like they're all probably, I'm just guessing. I have no idea what Kelsey makes, but I'll bet you Kelsey and Jones are going to be in that high 20s for sure, maybe
I would
low
think, yeah.
30s.
I would think there. And then when Kelsey's dropping a few now, that's why they're not as elite. Like he needs to catch everything at that dollar value, and they don't have many other people doing it. So it's very important.
One last question before we end the show today on Kelsey. Has his prime is his prime behind him?
I don't know my opinion. And I mean, you got to get rid of Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
He's under the biggest spotlight he's ever been under since. Man, he's on every commercial. Shit. You can't turn on I mean, we play the NFL network now all day at the office now that I got TV there.
yeah,
He's on a commercial, a Pfizer commercial of that, a food commercial. He's on a cell phone commercial. He's on a car insurance commercial. It's constant celebrity life. Well, guess what? All those commercials, all that showtime, all that yada yada camera time takes away from your dedication to your sport, to your craft, to your everything. He's getting older, so it's a terrible time to do it. You should be
yeah,
focusing more. As you age, you got to invest more in your game to maintain. That's what Ray Lewis did. That's why he was so good kind of right to the end. He trained harder. He changed his body. He actually did way more work towards the end of his career than he did at the start, because at the start, he just had his natural youth and ability. Um, and I feel like he's got to get back to just being a football player again. And that's tough when you are dating the world's largest celebrity you become one.
Well, and I just brought it up here for shits and giggles, but he's 34 years old if right now.
Yeah.
And as a tight end, that body's taken a lot of hits.
You bet. You
Yeah.
bet.
So maybe he possibly may have passed his prime before his brother Jason, who was 38.
Yeah. And why do you think, Tyson? Because Jason focuses only on the game. Other than the game, he focuses on his family.
Yeah.
That's it. Jason Kelce is a consummate pro. He's the man on and off the field that you think he is. He's
Agreed.
Probably one of the coolest guys in the entire league, and that's why I'm such a huge fan of him. And that's why his career has been so long. And last week, that block that he did on that touchdown winning run he ran way out. That was his play, man. Center, bam, goes way out, got in front, tackles the guy, huge block, wide open for Jalen Hurts, runs it in. Man, this is a guy that's 38, still doing it, man, and doing it well. I love Jason Kelce. He's undersized.
He's still an all-star. And
damn right he is.
He possibly could play 1 or 2 more years.
I say he has to play one more because he's too good right now.
As a center, that's unheard of, like 39 years. Yeah, crazy.
I love him. If I wasn't a Ravens fan, I'd be an Eagles fan for him only. I love him.
I love him, but I also love Jalen Hurts and Brown.
Of course you do. I'm not a Jalen guy because I don't know him. All I know about Jalen is what everyone tells me about him online and whatnot, that he is probably the nicest, probably the most approachable quarterback in the NFL. They say there is nobody that is nicer to the media, to fans, to everybody. They say Jalen Hurts is the sweetest kid. Like, as soon as you meet him, you cheer for him, is all that I hear all the time. Like, he's just the best. Like, people fall in love with his character. Yeah.
You know what? He comes across that way in interviews and stuff too. Like, he knows where he came from. He knows where he's at, and pretty cool guy.
Yeah, they say he's like the ultimate professional. Every meeting he goes to, he's dressed properly, not over the top, not under, not like a slob, not like, a hillbilly. He takes everything very seriously, but they said he's also light enough to have a good time. But they said, like, when it comes to media and fans and people, he takes the time for everyone that crosses his path. And that is rare these days. So kudos to him.
Just so you know, if the Eagles Ravens do play, I don't care which city it is, next year, we have to go to the game.
Oh God. I mean, don't tempt me with a good time. I've been dying to get down to a Ravens game. If we can get my shop built, my finances open up immediately, because that's where every penny I got is going. So I'm in. If that schedule comes out and they're on it, no matter what city it's in. If it's Baltimore, I'll have to go get my firearms license, so we're safe. But actually, Philly might be no different. I'm not sure you wear other colors in Philly. I might have to go get my firearms license regardless.
I'm thinking that would be a safe bet, and maybe they'll play in a suburb of one of them, and we can.
Could you come play in Regina? Could we get me in the Riders Stadium, please? Also, there I wouldn't need a gun, but I heard you might need a knife soon. It's pretty rough there too. But
that would be a cool project. Just to end the show here, why doesn't the city of Regina bring in 2 NFL teams for a preseason game?
Yeah, that'd be cool. They did a couple of years ago with other cities. Well, Winnipeg did it.
Yeah. So that would be cool. I'd love to see it. And I would definitely go for a preseason game in Regina.
Absolutely. The stadium is good for it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's an amazing stadium. I mean, and there's lots of NFL fans up here, so why not? Get people interested in football. Especially
in this province, with the Riders being such dog shit. There's been a lot of guys switch over to the NFL. Multiple people just in town told me that they used to hate the NFL, but can't actually watch the Riders anymore. I started watching the NFL, and they'll tell me, I'm like, yeah, well, you've been missing out for years, brother, because I watch them both and I love them both. But man, the CFL's got way more football, way more teams, and Sunday is a religious experience.
It is, and we'll get probably a press conference today, so we'll give everyone at home our opinions on what Mr. Mace is all about.
I can't wait to hear him speak. So I don't know what I don't know nothing about him other than where he came from and what he's done with Toronto and all that.
Yeah.
Who's bringing in from Calgary and all that. But I'm excited just to hear him talk, his level of professionalism, and just see what he's got.
And probably down the line, we'll get Miss Britt Dort on, and she can give us her rider insider opinion.
Her scoop.
Yes, her scoop. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. Have a good day, my friend, and we'll catch you tomorrow morning.
Cheers, Tyson.